Hi, I'm Dr. Joel Schlessinger. I'm a board-certified dermatologist in Omaha, Nebraska, and the CEO of LovelySkin.com, which is the largest website dermatologist-owned and operated in the world.
And I'm Dr. Daniel Schlessinger. I'm also a board-certified dermatologist in Omaha, Nebraska, and I am medical director of LovelySkin.com, and I work alongside my dad every day in clinical practice. So it just depends on what concern it is you're treating. If you're treating your scalp health, then LED could be very beneficial for rejuvenating your hair follicles and growing your hairs. And why don't you talk about on the skin health?
So the skin health, we of course use the red light, and that's a great product for it. And there are other devices that you have that can achieve with different colors of light for either pigmentation, collagen, well-being, just overall health and wellness, like with the circadian rhythm. So it's a very utilitarian. It's kind of like the Swiss Army knife of light products. So when you look at the wavelength of the light, you want to have the larger the wavelength, the deeper it's going to go. So that's why the reds are going to go deeper to stimulate the collagen. You know, I think that we see the blues, of course, surface acne and stuff like that.
Yeah, so some of the lasers that we have that are targeting acne on the skin are filtered and actually cut off at the blue wavelengths, and so they can target the, C. acnes or the staph bacteria that is living on the surface. And we've actually used that to our advantage on several patients in our clinic who have infections, but they can't treat it the traditional way, and we can treat it with laser light.
And then the greens and the yellows, they can treat pigment. They can, in our practice, the yellows can treat hair. So there's quite a bit of variability of the lasers and the light sources to get the desired effect you want. But that's what is so nice about having all wavelengths of light in your arsenal. The colors of the spectrum are all taken into account on the Foreo products.
There's so many situations where our patients can't use typical medications like Accutane or antibiotics, and during times of stress like pregnancy, there's just a lot more going on in your body, and LED is one of the few things that is actually safe and effective for treating acne during that time.
Now, also just medication-wise, we use blue light therapy for some treatments for actinic keratoses and skin cancers, and we have some really interesting treatments that we use in the office called broadband light as well. And they really do work. It's something that, for example, I started using light treatments in laser light devices in 1996, and those were things called intense pulse light, and we've graduated now to broadband light and other forms of light in the office. So it only makes sense that this type of treatment, which is an at-home treatment, can really augment these treatments in the office and act as something that you can bring into your own home and use yourself. So perimenopause is a special concern for so many women because they go from having a great, robust skin barrier to one that is essentially parched. It doesn't have the same amount of nutrients, it doesn't have the same amount of oils in it, and it's very disturbing.
And really, it makes sense because there's been a huge hormonal shift, and it happens rapidly. And when you have that hormonal shift, there's also a shift in your circadian rhythm. And so it kind of makes sense that all aspects of the body are being thrown off. That's the same reason that women going through menopause and perimenopause are having hot flashes too. Right?
It's a really difficult time for so many people, and then counter on top of that their hair is falling out. So it's a really good opportunity for us to bolster their happiness by providing some products that can help them with improvement of their skin, hair, and nails.
So let's talk about how you actually integrate this into your routine, because you get an LED face mask. Is that it, or is there actually an art to using this? Where do people go wrong?
Well, the most important thing is you got to use it. You can't just keep it in your desk drawer or in your shower and not use it. You have to actually have that. So a lot of the previous devices were very difficult to use. Like you would look like a weirdo when you had them on, or you would have this thing that you were putting on your head that was very constrictive and uncomfortable and actually would maybe even cause a headache. So the nice thing is that I like these products because they're simple, they relate to people, people relate to them, they're easy to use.
You have to make sure that you're being consistent. You have to make sure that you're keeping them clean, and you're not kind of, if you have acne in one area, you're not going to spread it to some other area. You have to make sure you're using the right products too, and that the light that you're using actually has the wavelengths that you need in order to affect change for the condition that you want, and that there's enough of the light bulbs on the product that your skin is actually seeing that light.
You also want a product that is comfortable, that people don't mind using. So, for example, if you have a person that is not using that product and it's just sitting there getting dust on it, you're not going to get the results. The same thing we say for the sunscreen. What is the best sunscreen? The sunscreen that you're actually going to want to wear and will wear every day. Same thing with these types of products. You want something that's comfortable on your skin. It doesn't feel gross. It doesn't have, something that would make you shun yourself if you look at yourself in the mirror. It's just kind of a cool product. So it's really nice how they do it.
And I think Foreo, it really excels in this domain. They have designed very intelligently, thoughtfully executed products that are comfortable, flexible, and very easy to integrate into your routine.